Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Yeah, Fireball's not here. I said this might happen, and it happened. Shame on me. But to take his place, I got a couple of my D&D friends. The first one you recognize was from our Deku versus Asta reaction. Everyone say hello again, once again, to Josh.
Hi, everyone.
Josh is very tired because he's been doing nothing but playing Diablo 4.
Yeah, just a little bit.
And notice I said friends, which means that we got someone new, someone who hasn't seen the show, to my knowledge. Everyone, please welcome the artist who made my avatar. Say hello to Joey.
Hey everybody, what's going on?
So, I wanted to get my D&D friends involved with this because fantasy RPG is kind of our thing. We play D&D.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yep, and
Dragon.
today's episode, I feel like a lot of people have tried to put it into Dungeons and Dragons. They changed the title up a little bit, but today's episode, we are watching Skyrim versus Dark Souls. Specifically, the Last Dragonborn versus the Chosen Undead.
Nice.
So, before we get into the actual episode, do you guys have familiarity with either Skyrim or Dark Souls?
I have experience with Dark Souls. I haven't really played too in-depth with Skyrim.
I have familiarity with both, specifically Dark Souls. That's my shit right there, man.
Was it something you were playing like when you were a kid?
Yeah, around like I want to say somewhere in middle school or high school.
That makes sense. Because for me, I've tried Dark Souls, I got lost, and I never wanted to play again. But Skyrim
I can do it.
Skyrim is arguably probably my favorite RPG game I played when I was growing up, and I still play it to this day, despite its bugginess and despite the remaster jokes. So, now comes the fun part. Who do we think wins between the Dragonborn and the Chosen Undead?
I feel like it's gonna be Dragonborn. I feel like dragons are supreme for a reason.
That is fair. Josh, how about you?
I'm gonna go with the Chosen Undead. I mean, looking at it base-wise, like, sure, Dovahkiin, Hero Skyrim, whatever, has much more at his, has much more resources and abilities, but the Chosen Undead can back up. So there's that. Taking into account the other things that he has done or they have done, I feel like the Chosen Undead's got it. Personally speaking, that's just me.
Okay, you know what? Why don't we do a little friendly wager, mostly in like D&D terms? Like, if Joey gets it right, you got to give Susan 500 gold pieces, Josh.
Susan's
Oh,
happy with
man.
that.
And if Josh is right, Susan has to give Miyagi 500 gold pieces.
Okay.
That'll sting a little bit, because I feel like Miyagi has a whole bunch of money he has not paid out to Susan, but we'll do it. We'll do it.
But we got to make it interesting, I
Fuck
feel
it.
like, because like I want to incorporate the D&D characters this time around. As for me, I'm biased, so I pick Skyrim. I pick the Dragonborn.
Yeah, Team Dragonborn.
I'm not gonna deny Chosen Undead though. Like, he's done a lot, and Joey's never seen this show, so Joey will break it down pretty easy for you. This show is gonna go over the history and weaponry of each of these characters and what they can do. After both, we're gonna pause, talk about what we learned, and see if we change our minds a little bit. And then they're actually going to animate a fight that we get to watch.
All right, awesome.
And after the fight, we're going to take a look at who wins and why. You can talk if you need to. If you have any questions, I can pause the video at any point in time. Do not be afraid to ask. But first things first, let me actually put the episode on screen for Joey and Josh here. I don't want to be rude.
We could just play it by ear. Just go and just watch the video that way.
There you go.
There we go.
There we are.
Alrighty, are you two ready? Oh,
ready.
Josh?
Yep.
All right. 3, 2.
Yep, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. A play.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by Brandon Yates. That's right,
Ooh.
our Brandon Yates.
The actual soundtrack maker. Okay.
The Chosen Undead, the accursed god killer from Dark Souls.
The last Dragonborn, the dragon-slaying savior.
Okay,
of
so despite the
Skyrim.
title,
Assigned to captivity,
Chosen
these two
Undead's
tiny
analysis will be
heroes
first for
embraced
Josh.
Their destinies and stared down the very gods themselves.
And devoured their friggin' souls.
Because these two lack specific canon arsenals and movesets due to being role-playing protagonists, for this death battle we're giving them everything they have and maxing out all of their
Ooh,
stats.
everything!
Totally possible in game if you're willing to grind. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job
That's
to analyze
an
their
interesting
weapons,
twist.
armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Oh god, that animation looks clean.
Our story begins at the end. The great cities of old have collapsed. The heroes are dead or mad, and the golden age is over. Looking out upon their decaying kingdom, everyone would like nothing more than to lay down and die.
Too bad for them. That's the one thing they couldn't do.
The world has been gripped by the undead curse, turning anyone with a mysterious dark sign into mindless, violent hollows upon repeated soul-crushing deaths.
But
Hollows?
there
Is this
prophecy
Bleach?
Of a chosen undead who will journey to Lordran, the home of the gods, and save the world.
Rotting away in an asylum, all it took was an assist from an unlucky knight and a giant raven before one unlikely hero was ready to claw their way through their progenitor's forgotten homeland.
And it
Gotcha.
helps that as long as they can keep their sense of purpose, an undead will always resurrect at the nearest bonfire. Now, they
Okay.
might slowly lose their memories, their personality, and their sanity, but the curse gives them as much time as they need to get good.
Undead are unnaturally resilient, able to survive being impaled through the chest. They've been chewed, eaten, and digested by what I can only describe as a toilet demon,
What?
and they can have their souls torn from their very body, because undead humans don't need their souls to survive.
Just pop some of that spicy Sunny D, and they're good to go. If anything, it seems like they get off to it. And speaking of souls, they can absorb the souls
Okay.
of their fallen enemies to increase their power.
They're a master with swords, hammers, spears, axes, bows, you name it. And that's without any formal training. With the right stats and setup, they can be anything from a cartwheeling assassin to a dragon-smashing tank.
To the giantest of dads. And
What?
despite the serious gothic themes of the series, these weapons can get anime as hell. Smo's Great Hammer is a ginormous mallet the size of a sedan.
Based on its size and likely
Uh-huh.
bronze composition, it'd have to weigh over 100 tons. A lot
Wow.
like Goff's Great Bow, which can shoot pillar-sized arrows and one-shot dragons out of the sky.
Or my favorite, the Moonlight Greatsword, produced from the ass of the albino dragon and founder of sorcery, Seath the Scaleless. This baby's a universe-hopping anomaly that can fire powerful sword beams and just looks so cool.
The Chosen
Oh,
Undead has
who's
some
that?
of the
Poking holes in my
greatest
argument
magicians in the
here.
world. They can create shockwaves,
Oh,
form
you're
defensive
right.
barriers, reflect damage, throw balls of flame, control minds.
If you were trying to
fire
talk, I'm
magical
sorry. For some
crystal
reason,
spheres,
Discord wasn't
turn
hearing you.
invisible, and toss bolts of sunlight strong enough to peel the stone scales off of mortal dragons.
So their pool of magic is pretty limited. So
Yeah.
when it comes down to
Oh,
it, they
someone's
can shut
gone.
off all magic in the vicinity with the miracle Vow of Silence.
Preventing anyone from speaking any spells aloud,
Ooh.
including themselves. With this
That's a problem.
incredible arsenal and judicious attention paid to the stamina bar, the Chosen Undead was rolling their way to victory.
What is?
A roll so powerful it
That
bends
you
the
can
laws
basically
of
cast
fate.
That's
silence.
I'm still here.
The
Yeah.
true attacks like they weren't even there. Though sometimes it doesn't work and it's bullshit.
That's just a game mechanic.
keeps
but great to
disconnecting?
use when you're panicking.
They've defeated Nito, the god of
Oh, that was
death,
me.
Ah.
head of chaos, the mother
Oh,
of
there
all
we go.
mutant
That's
kind,
odd.
and Calamite, the strongest surviving ancient dragon.
That
Kala
was when
who?
The Chosen Undead was dragged back in time to face the fallen knight Artorias, the greatest warrior in history. And not only defeat him, but accomplish the greatest feat attributed to Artorias' legend, the destruction of Manus, the father of the abyss that threatened to consume the world.
They've even
What?
beaten other chosen undead from alternate worlds, like the best buddy in all gaming, Solaire.
Hi,
Praise
Solaire.
the sun, bro.
Ha!
And soon they were approached by these two slithery freaks. One said to link the fire, and the other said to let it die out. which totally makes sense.
Uh,
Who's can explain it?
Don't look at me. Dark Souls lore is as notoriously convoluted as the
East.
flow of its time stream, which is why we have a true expert in the realms of nerdom to explain it for us. Oh, Jocelyn.
You wouldn't believe how many item descriptions, forum posts, and moody 2013 lore videos I had to watch through for this. It's story time, kids. In
Yay!
the beginning, the world was unformed and static. Then suddenly, the first flame burst to life, and with it, the concepts of heat and cold, life and death, energy and time, light and dark.
Sounds like a mythological Big Bang.
I can see this being a D&D
immensely
campaign.
Powerful souls from the first flame, but their greatest fear
Oh, yeah.
is the soul possessed
Dark Souls
collectively
would
by
definitely
the
make an
race
excellent
known as
campaign.
humanity,
Mhm.
The Dark Soul. The Skyfather Gwyn feared humanity's immortality, and so sealed their dark souls within them. But as
If it wasn't for the
humanity
constant
increased,
character
the dark
death, that
soul
is.
collectively grew.
I mean, that's what makes that campaign
Gwyn
interesting, I
wins.
think.
Turns out
You would
humans
die
were
and then spawn
naturally
again,
undying,
try
or,
again.
according to the
Dolly conspiracy. The undead curse was a lie.
What?
Linking the fire means using your very soul as fuel to keep the first flame burning. If an undead champion believes their immortality is a curse, they'll do anything to prevent it, including burning fragments of the dark soul to keep the age of the gods going.
Okay.
So you're a pawn in a game played by decrepit
Oh.
gods desperately clinging to power. Well, that's a huge bummer.
Video
They
had a
might
cut.
look like a
That was
depressed
weird.
California raisin, but
Ha!
in order to link the flame, their soul needs to be strong enough to maintain the whole universe and the flow of time for another 1,000 years.
Other similarly powerful undead across time are swift
This is
enough
making
to
my
dodge
brain hurt,
lightning,
Josh. How do you
using
understand
light
any of
itself.
this?
Based on their dodge compared to this beam and the time it took to reach them, they'd be reacting and moving at over 20% the speed
What's
of
crazy
light.
about
At the end of their
this
quest, they face
is that
down
you have to
defeated Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder, long hollowed from linking the flame 1,000
Discover
years
it?
ago.
I
So,
bet.
Which will you choose? Fade until only dark remains.
This is the biggest bummer of them all. Truth is, it never mattered. The cycle just continues age after age, with new heroes replacing the old ones until the chosen undead was long forgotten.
So he's like a
Until
battery.
the
Got
infinite
it.
March of time ground the world to ash. It was never about the happy ending.
Yep.
It didn't exist.
Practically.
It was about the struggle to get there. That's ultimately what gives us meaning.
the fire in his soul
This
burns
episode's
with the
Dead
strength of a
Battle is
warrior.
sponsored by
Where have I heard
Brandon.
that before?
That's right,
Mhm.
Bruce.
Cough,
Dive
cough,
into
Soul
the
Calibur.
thrilling world of versus music with Brandon Yates as he brings hypothetical matchups to life.
All right,
through his
hang on.
commissioned
So-
composition.
How are you feeling after all that, Joey?
Like I said, I feel like I'm waiting to hear what the Dragonborn brings to the table, because so far we have an immortal warrior who could master any weapon, can defeat gods, can time travel, and can bring down dragons in a single blow with a giant ass bow. So that's a pretty impressive resume.
Got it. I definitely am curious to see how this is gonna go. In all honesty, I think Dragonborn
oh yeah, me
might
too,
have
definitely.
something. I think he has something. I don't remember what, but he might have something. But I bet Josh is feeling really good about right about now.
Oh yeah, I
The
sure
only
am.
thing,
Man.
the only thing that's keeping my faith alive is that in order for the chosen undead to get this level of power, he has to be defeated like 7 million times. So if we can get like a 1-2 hit on this guy, he'll die, and we'll technically win the fight. We just won't win the eventual war.
All
So we
right,
only got to take him down one time.
all right. Let's take a look at the Dragonborn.
Hey, you're finally awake. Welcome to the frosty Viking paradise of Skyrim.
Yay!
Quaint Nordic villages. Hike up to the throne of the world. Marvel at the beauty of Blackreach. Hey, what's that in the sky? Why, it's Macho Man Randy Savage.
Again,
Whoa,
I love the
it's
mods for
Thomas
this
the
game.
Tank Engine.
No, that is a dragon. But not just any mere drake. This is Halloween, the world eater.
That's
and he's
fantastic.
come to burn everything to a cinder.
But fortunately,
Macho Man, the scariest
bad
enemy ever.
construction happened to interrupt your impending execution at the hands of those uppity Imperial pigs. That'll be the worst mistake this scaly monster would ever make.
It wouldn't be long before you escaped the destruction of Helgen and defeated a dragon yourself.
Yay!
Absorbed its freaking soul.
That could
Because of
only
course
mean
you can.
one thing. You are a being born with the blood and soul of a dragon in the body of a Nord, or elf, or Khajiit, or lizard dude destined to battle Alduin and save the world.
In their tongue, you are the Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
In their quest to rid Tamriel of Alduin's dragon army, the Dragonborn
Also blessed by
became
Todd
a
Howard.
jack of all trades, master of all.
They learned to be a master assassin with the Dark Brotherhood, a master sorcerer with the College of Winterhold, a master thief with the Nightingales, a master dragon hunter with the Blades, and a master good boy.
They even fought in the Skyrim Civil War on the side
werewolves.
of the Imperial Legion, champions of order.
You mean the Nordic War for Independence on the side of the Stormcloaks?
Those elf-funded Nord supremacists?
Better than those jackbooted Cyrodiil fascists? But what else could I expect from a monster?
Why are we arguing about the Civil War?
By sticking
I don't know.
buckets over their heads.
They can put their skills to good use with an absolute glut of weaponry. Not just the usuals like daggers, swords, hammers, and axes.
It's
but
still
also
a source of
weapons given to them
contention.
by the Daedric princes.
They're
Hello,
basically
Daedric
crazy,
weapons.
powerful gods from the plane of existence called Oblivion. From that wascally wabbit Sheogorath, the Dragonborn received the Wabbajack, a staff that
Oh, I love this thing.
random spell on its target, from disintegrating them to healing them to turning him into a chicken.
In Meridia, they received the Dawnbreaker, a holy sword made for burning the undead to ash. That's similar to Oriel's bow, which can shoot fiery arrows that can blot out the sun. Cover the
Ooh.
distance between the earth and the sun in about 2 seconds. The arrow would have to be moving
That's
at
faster
about
than Chosen
250
Undead?
times the speed of light.
Except this
Yeah.
isn't Earth and the Sun. This is the planet Nirn, and that's Magnus. According to the Elder Scrolls lore master Michael Kirkbride and his in-universe text cosmology, when you look up at the sun, you're actually looking into a dimension of pure magic.
Ha!
Confused yet? I am.
Exact measurements here are difficult to make, but if anything, the distance should be much greater.
Speaking of magic bullshit, the Dragonborn can heal themselves, cast wards and destructive elemental spells, control minds, conjure weapons, and summon lesser Daedra to help them out in a scrap.
They're an especially powerful mage because their mana recovers itself automatically over time. They'll never truly run out of firepower. But as a Dovahkiin,
Okay.
the ability they're most famous for is the Thum, or shout. By speaking the words of the dragon language, they can manifest their will into reality.
Like with the classic Foo's Roda! An unrelenting force which can knock your neighbors into next week. Or
Ah.
Soul Tear, which removes the soul from your enemy's body and stores it in a cute gem, like so. Reverse!
Can't resurrect if you can't get your soul back.
Oh!
Student loans, man. Something had to cover the down.
God damn it.
With these shouts, the Dragonborn can summon country-spanning storms, slow down time, and even call upon a dragon for help. Odahviing. Dragons may look like scaly reptiles, but in reality, they're immortal demigods older than time itself. They're the
Dragons
children
are
of the
fun.
chief god of Tamriel's pantheon.
The Dragonborn is an unstoppable force of nature. If they happen to take any damage, they can just drink a potion or nosh on a cheese wheel and be good as new.
Cheese.
They can carry up to 150 cheeses at once.
What
by
the
train.
fuck?
Assuming these abnormally large cheese wheels have an average weight of 70 pounds, we can determine that the Dragonborn can carry up to 10,500
Why?
pounds of cheese.
And that makes
Why
sense
all the
considering
cheese?
They can match muscles with giants who are so strong they can shatter the game spaghetti code to pieces.
The last Dragonborn.
Because why not? Why not? Cheese is amazing.
Cheese.
The friend
That
who
is no
does
friend
not
at all.
like
That is a
cheese.
mimic.
The friend who is lactose intolerant. Give me your cheese.
It's honestly a sin to not like cheese. I understand if you're lactose intolerant, but to just flat out hate cheese,
I
despicable.
was about to say, even the lactose intolerant people that I know will suffer for some cheese. So, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let's get back to it.
The vampire Lord Harkon ended Skyrim's civil war and defeated the first Dragonborn, Miraak.
And
Yes.
according to the book The Guardian and the Traitor, Miraak was powerful enough to tear apart the island of Solstheim from Skyrim's mainland.
By comparing the size of various
Miraak
countries on
is
Tamriel's map,
scary.
we can determine that Solstheim is a landmass nearly
Think
50,000
Strahd,
miles
but
in
more
diameter. In order to move
dangerous.
that much land over the course of their fight, Miraak's magical prowess must have output an energy over 300 teratons of TNT.
That's 3 times the impact of the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Not too crazy
Yes.
when shouts can get strong enough to shake the world itself.
It wasn't long before the Dragonborn confronted Alduin in Nord Heaven and put an end to the World Eater once and for all.
The epithet is literal. By absorbing the souls in Skyrim's afterlife, Alduin was powerful enough to devour everything. Not just the planet of Nirn, but the Kalpa, the entire timeline past, present, and future.
That's the level of unimaginable power.
Welcome to the insanity that is
Skyrim.
Skyrim, everybody.
Hell is no stranger
And I
to
love
great
this
heroes
game.
Across its vast, sprawling history, the Nerevarine, the
Let's say, I
heroes,
may have to check this
all
out.
magnificent in their own
It's
right.
a lot of fun.
You heard that shout echo through the mountains, and the death throes of a dragon.
Hasn't there been
defeated.
like 17
You
remakes
knew
of it?
It could only be
It's on almost
the
everything.
Dovahkiin. Dovahkiin, Dovahkiin.
Okay.
Run the data through all
All right, here we go.
possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
And
Woo.
pause. So, how are we feeling after Wolf analysis?
I feel like I'm gonna stick with my choice. I feel like all we gotta do is take down that chosen undead one time, and we're in.
Josh, you were rooting for Chosen Undead. How are you holding up?
Listen, I'm still confident. Listen, just because some scaled lizard can eat worlds is nothing compared to a literal god or several of them.
Well,
I'm still with Chosen Undead.
Here's my thing. They already proved the Dragonborn is faster than the Chosen Undead. That's already a big problem. I don't know how.
He has an arrow that could destroy the sun.
Well, a bow that can obscure the sun, technically,
Yeah.
but yes. But he's also got the Dawnbreaker sword, as we saw.
Mhm.
I think it's a matter of.
I
Okay.
will say that the chosen undead does have a dodge roll that could pretty much evade any type of attack
That is
whatsoever.
That is
I just don't
true.
feel like it's going to be enough to take on my boy, the
I
last
don't-
Dragonborn.
I don't think so either. And another big factor that I was referring to is, yeah, sure, you can be like, okay, the Chosen Undead can make a silence spell happen around the Dragonborn. But the Dragonborn still has weaponry. And naturally recovers his stuff anyway. So if anything, that gives him time to recover mana. So, for me, I'm going to stick with
Well,
the
the chosen
Dragonborn.
undead isn't without weapon.
I know, but like you negate a couple options, but the Dragonborn still has something. I think the Dragonborn's got this.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how this goes.
All right, it is fight time, and who will pay the 500 gold for our D&D campaign? 3, 2, 1, let's go. I love how this looks.
Would let the flame burn the age of humans to ashes.
Yeah,
This is-
very impressive.
I think this is either Blender or Unreal Engine. I'm not sure which one though.
Light, save us, chosen undead.
Boost run out, baby! Fight time! Oh boy. Oh, hang on. There you guys are. I lost you for a second again. Fucking dodge rolls. God damn it. It's effective, I'll say that much. Just like that hammer. Aha! Bow time! Arrow to the knee! Time slowing. Oh, there goes his soul. And he's dead. KO! Never mind. Ooh. That was nice. Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna have the
Oh, Oldaving!
fight fire.
Did the chosen undead beat Odoving, Josh? I'm not sure. He's dead again. God damn it! Ooh, lightning storm. Oh, lightning spear. Oh! Okay. Ooh, there's chosen undead's big weapon. I'm scared. Dawnbreaker. My heart can't take this, boys. Okay. Oh no, that's a problem. Oh! Wait a minute, wait a minute.
To die.
Ooh. Oh, come on.
Save this world, chosen warrior. Bring the fire.
Oh. Did he do it?
Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
Oh, is that it? Yes! I'll let Josh and Joey take a look at this. Hopefully it works for them. All right, you two. All right, you two. Here you go.
Let's do it.
I think this is where you left off. I could be wrong.
Seems, yeah.
Save this world, chosen warrior. Bring the fire. Let true dark be cast upon the world. Our Lord hath returned.
Alrighty.
I think I won.
Yeah.
Did you guys not see it?
I did. It's just it's
Alrighty.
still a tiny bit pixelated from what I understood. The last Dragonborn was kind of reigning supreme and laughing as we faded to black.
So,
But
I can confirm, Josh, you owe Joey 500 gold. You were wrong.
Yep.
All right, so let's
Yep.
see. Let's see the
See-
reasoning, and then you can tell me if you agree with it. Okay, just like we did for Deku versus Asta.
Yeah.
All right, let's listen to their reason for why Joey was correct.
You die!
Oh my god, this boss is bullshit!
This debate was fascinating. The Dragonborn had a wider variety of training, better access to summons, and magic that passively regenerated,
Right.
as opposed to the Chosen Undead's limited pool of magic.
Vow of Silence was a slick counter to the Dragonborn's magic and shouts, but it wouldn't last forever.
The Dragonborn was significantly faster, too. The Chosen Undead could dodge beams of light, sure, but Oriel's bow could fire arrows that move at least 250 times that.
Yeah,
But none of that mattered if the Chosen Undead couldn't stay dead.
You would
right.
think the Dragonborn's anti-undead weaponry like Dawnbreaker would be an easy solution, but the undead of Dark Souls aren't really the same as Draugr from Skyrim.
Skyrim undead are more like those classic reanimated skeletons. But remember the conspiracy. Humans in Dark Souls are naturally immortal. They're not actually undead.
Soul
Okay.
Tear wouldn't have been much use either, considering humans in
Damn.
Dark Souls can have their souls removed without dying.
So, why didn't the chosen undead just keep coming back until they eventually won? Like with any Dark Souls boss.
One word, power. The
Right.
Dragonborn had way more and greater feats of raw power than the chosen undead.
Yeah.
Like
Sorry,
summoning
Josh.
country-spanning storms with a single shot.
Yeah.
Or defeating Mirek, who split a continent.
There's also the lore. Both characters
The
are
lore?
essentially mythological demigods in the same kind of vein as Hercules or Sun Wukong. Gameplay alone won't give you the best idea of their full power as characters.
So, let's get an idea of their max potential from the lore.
The chosen
Okay,
undead
okay.
sustaining the first flame with their soul was insanely impressive. Considering the first flame is responsible for the core concepts of the universe, like energy.
So wait,
and time,
are they
it's not
comparing
a
the
stretch
flame to
say it affects
Alduin,
not
maybe?
just the planet they live on, but the whole universe.
But that's
Awesome,
nothing
huh?
compared to the power levels in the Elder Scrolls.
Let's compare the first flame to Alduin.
That's
Both literally
it.
run on the power of souls, and both can be directly scaled to our combatants.
Alduin had strength to consume the universe, not just Nirn, but the Kalpa as well.
You know those planets you see in the sky? According to cosmology, those are actually separate, infinitely big planes of reality.
Okay.
Alduin was going to eat infinity. Multiple infinities.
In comparison, the first flame is powerful enough to sustain
Okay,
a
that makes
universe and
sense.
the flow of time. But it can't be infinite. Otherwise, it never would have faded to begin with.
And that meant the chosen undead just wasn't powerful enough no matter how many times they revived. With that much of a difference in power, the chosen undead would eventually lose their will to fight and go hollow. It's not traditional, but it is a form of death in Dark Souls.
I think too slow and weak to win was a little
personified, but still wasn't
harsh.
enough to stand
A
up to the
bit, but
Dragonborn's
I think it
incredible
makes
skill,
sense.
broken arsenal, and overwhelming power.
The chosen undead could only last so long before they flamed out.
The winner is the Dragonborn.
Let's fucking go! Alrighty. So, let's stop it right here. And just talk about that. So first of all, Joey, for your first episode, congratulations on being right.
yes. Thank you, thank you.
Uh,
Never want to bet against the dragon.
Josh, it was a valiant effort, and I'll be honest, this debate was a hard call.
Yeah, it really was, especially like, but the more we got into it, the more that was shown. I was like, oh fuck. The Dovahkiin has hit. Oh man, his voice is his power, or a power. Chosen undead, they don't speak. So.
Well, again, with that whole silence
just
thing, like if it
Had more
lasted,
power.
if the silence thing that he had would have lasted longer enough, he probably could have beat him. But at the same time, it's just the Dragonborn's arsenal, I feel, was better than anything in Dark Souls had to like specifically target the Dragonborn.
Well, if they moved away from the bonfire, stuff could have been done. But once Dovahkiin realized, hey, the bonfire is kind of key, like, oh fuck, man. It was over. It was said. It was over and done with. As soon as that connection was made.
All right, so as we did with Deku versus Asta, of course. Do you both agree with the result they came up with?
Begrudgingly.
I think it was a little harsh to be like, oh, the chosen dead was weak and slow, but yeah,
they mean that-
ultimately it was an immortal being going up against a demigod. So
Well, what they mean by that is like statistically, like the math they
I know.
calculated. Yeah.
I know it's just seeing it written down like that. It's like, damn, that's kind of harsh, man.
All right, so.
But no, I agree with their findings.
All right, so I know what the next time is because I looked it up at Comic-Con. We didn't react to the next time when I had Josh on last time, but so give me a second here. So, with that being said, how do you guys feel about that episode? That was our first 3D fight that me and Josh watched together, and I loved that fight.
That was an impressive fight.
It really was. I definitely thought that it had a lot of graphical power behind it, so I was very impressed.
So I don't know specifically which way they did it, if this was either Blender or Unreal Engine, because they do both.
Yeah.
And I think the analysis for this was fantastic, especially for Skyrim. Like, they used cheese as a strength feat, for Christ's sakes.
I mean, who doesn't want 10,000 pounds of cheese that you could just carry
Yeah.
around?
Pocket cheese. You got
Exactly.
pocket bacon. Now you got pocket cheese.
Overall, though, like,
Bag of holding pocket cheese.
oh my god, imagine that strategy. It's a bag of holding. I dump all my cheese on it. How much does the cheese weigh? 10,500 pounds. And I dump it on Tiamat.
500 d6 damage.
But the bard casts weakness, so that damage is doubled.
There you go.
But did you like this show, Joey? Honestly?
I did. This was my first time. I used to watch the other one, Bat in the Sun, and the battles that they used to do, but this is the first time I've really watched a death battle video. I liked it.
Yeah, and I'm sure there's an episode I think you would like a lot. I showed Brian one. I showed him Sauron versus the Lich King, and I think he really liked it.
Ooh, that does sound fun.
Mm.
It's animated also in 3D style, like this one was. So, with that,
Now I'm curious who would win.
I will check that episode out.
Check
I
that
can
out.
send you the link later.
Cool
Overall,
deal, cool deal.
I love this episode. I love the music in the background. That was not only the musician they referenced earlier, but he got a fan choir to do it with him.
That is awesome.
I think overall, Skyrim vs. Dark Souls was phenomenal, despite our little bit of tech issues, but that was mostly Discord today. You know, it happens. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed the episode. Josh, I feel bad, but at the same time, I'm also very happy because I'm biased towards Skyrim.
You can't win them all. I won the first one, can't win the second one. That's all right. It's just newbie's luck.
That's exactly what it is. Newbies luck.
If I can find an episode I think you guys would be into, I definitely would love to have you back.
Oh yeah, I would definitely do this again. This was good, and I learned a bit about Skyrim because, like I said, I never really played it when it first came out. So
Right.
it's something I definitely would want to go back and maybe play.
Especially when you can mod the shit out of it.
All the dragons are going to be Macho Man dragons. That's the new reality.
All right, wait, before we actually sign off
Oh,
the video,
yeah.
before we sign up on the video, Josh, I do want to ask, since you are the Dark Souls fan among the group, did the analysis do Dark Souls well?
Yes, they did. Especially when they brought in the person to do the lore. I thought that was great. I thought that was a phenomenal job. Dark Souls is actually all the Souls series, whether it be Elden Ring, Dark Souls, Demon Souls. It's all very tucked away. So for them to basically take the time and be like, this is what the lore is, I thought it was incredible. I genuinely did. Make it nice, neat, and compact. Because it gets fucking wild.
I know the first time I played Elden Ring, because that was my very first foray into the Dark Souls games, was Elden Ring. And when I played, and I was kind of like, reading like information online about the story, I'm like, where are they getting all of this from? Like, I played this game for hours and I haven't gotten one stitch of information. And then when I realized, everything I'm finding, I'm supposed to be reading and documenting. I was like, that's great. It opened up a whole new world for me. I was like, I'd never seen storytelling like that, so I thought that was amazing.
See, like, I'm a huge fan of the Soul series. I easily have 400 hours in Elden Ring alone. Let's try not to get into Dark Souls. Like, I have, just that in 400 hours. It's incredible.
So,
Absolutely.
with that being said, thank you folks for watching. I hope you enjoyed me and my D&D friends watching Skyrim vs. Dark Souls despite our little tech issues that we've eventually sorted out. Do you agree with the results? Whether they be begrudgingly like Josh or fully accepted like Joey? Or do you disagree and think Dark Souls should have won? I'm curious what you think down below. Join me back in a couple weeks when me and Fireball take a look at Killua vs. Misaka. I will let my guests have final words. Josh, you're up first because you have no socials people can follow still.
Well, I'm not very. I'm just the cool cat that people talk to. That I talk to. I don't know.
What would you like your final words to the video to be then?
Hey, I'm proud of you. You're doing a great job.
Alright. Thank you, Josh. And Joey, you actually do have a social media account. Where can people find you?
Yeah, you could find me on pretty much all the socials at Blue Mage Artist, Instagram, Twitter. As as Sean mentioned, I do character art. I did the picture of Meowgi. I did the avatar for Sean. So yeah, definitely open for commissions. Take a look at my work, and yeah, let me know.
Alright, thank you folks for watching. Thank you guys for joining me as always, especially Josh and Joey. Thank you guys for hopping on. I will talk to you all.
I had a great time.
Oh, that's cute.